Hi, welcome to my channel. Well, today's video was kind of unexpected and unplanned. My husband took me out for kind of a Mother's Day outing on Saturday, the day before it. He did get a little something out of it though, because we went to a distillery and did a tour at a place called Jeptha. Let me look at my phone. Jeptha Creed. And we did do a tour there, and I got a few clips and pictures from the tour. But I still recommend, if you're driving through, take a minute to check it out, or if you're in the area. Not really into that kind of thing that much, but that's something we kind of, compromise with. He does that, and I'll join him with it, and then he does a winery. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But at the end of the tour, we did do a tasting, and out of the 4 tastings we were able to do, I ended up only doing 2 because I didn't speak up. I did try the coffee vodka. That was really good. I did want to try the bourbon, but again, like I said, I forgot. Didn't speak up, so I missed out. And I really didn't have another one I was interested in, so I don't feel completely disappointed. And the bourbon, he did buy a bottle so I could still try it, so no big loss there. But it was still fun, and I still enjoy them, especially these small ones like that. That's why I'm recommending it to you. And right across from there, that's where I came in. There was a little winery, and I think I had tried one of their wines before, and he had discovered and looked up and saw that right across from the distillery that he was interested in was a little winery for me. So we went over there and checked it out, and I fell in love with it. Now, we also enjoy Huber's, and you may see us, some videos and vlogs from when we went to Huber's, especially in past videos. But I think I found another love, probably equal to Huber's, to be honest, called Talon. Now I'm going to use my phone, and that's why I have it here. This seems to distract me, and I'm looking down here. And I will share with you some videos here so you can see what I'm seeing. And first we got the outside of the building as you drive in. It's a little house, and they had turned it into this winery. So what you're seeing was originally a house, and it's a beautiful little place. Now in Lexington, I think this was Shepherdsville. I'll put the correct town at the bottom, but they have another location that was also Lexington. That's where their actual vineyard is at. But this is the one that's right across from the distillery. Now the inside was beautiful, and that's why I didn't do video clips of this one. It was just beautiful. It deserved to have actual still shot pictures for this one inside. And out there was a pond, a turtle pond too, but you can't get all the way down in there. And I'll talk about more of that here in a second. The wine lists that were there, I don't know if you could even see from the picture. They have many different kinds of Moscato, and that was one of the things I first saw that I was going to like this was they have a lot of the sweet wines, and that's what I prefer, Moscatos and Rieslings. And if you watch my Wine With Me videos, you'll see some of my favorite ones. I'll be featuring those, and featuring the ones that I've gotten from this place. Then they also have Sugar Lips is the home of the Sugar Lips brand as well. And they have dessert wines, peach and mango, that I was pretty sure that I was going to like as well, and did in the tasting. And I did. I liked I liked pretty much all 6 of them that I tried, even one of my husband's. So out of the 6 that I tried, I liked, and his, that was a total of 7, I liked most everything. So that there was another reason I liked it. And I kind of suspected it, like I said. I saw the wines on the display on the shelves, and I'm like, I'm going to want to try that, I'm going to want to try that, I'm going to want to try that. And I liked what I tried. And out of the list of 7 that I actually tried between me and my husband's one, called Forbidden, I did have 3 that I really, really liked. Now you see in this one picture here as well, this was a picture to my husband. It's like, look, you guys staying right here, and you know, so we got that shot together. He tends to have a better eye sometimes for that, and you could see in the bar towards the back. And then I have it's called Drink Talon, because the winery is Talon, and you can see the list of wines and stuff there, and they're talking about also you know, register to win a private party and things like that, and tasting room hours and all of that. Let's see, what ones did I try? Oh, yeah, that's coming up. So, and then there's one or two of them that had such a beautiful kind of a orangey pinkish look to them, not quite a rosé pink. It was very unique, beautiful color to a couple of their wines that I had never seen before. So yeah, it was just a beautiful picture I got of that I'm going to share with you as well. And then, yeah, this is here. I got the ones that I really loved was the regular Moscato. The Blackberry Moscato was the one that my husband had gotten me before, and I do like that one, but my love was definitely the original Moscato. The Forbidden, that one was one that he had tried, and we both liked. That one tasted, if you ever have tried warm, soft cinnamon apples, that's exactly what it tasted like. Then there's the mango and the peach dessert wines, and I loved both of those. So actually, out of the 7 were 4 loves, not 3. There was 4 loves. So I definitely did go ahead and get on their, I forgot what exactly they call it, but where you get quarterly or so often 3 bottles of wine, and you get discounts and stuff to both locations whenever you go in there and buy anything. So definitely fell in love with that one. And if you love sweet wines like I do, sweet white wines, sweet reds, Rieslings, anything like that in that family of wines, I definitely recommend that one. So I did forget to mention that, and so I'm adding this little clip. What I loved so much about their wine wasn't just that there were so many different varieties within that one winery that were flavors that I would prefer, but the thing that I noticed with doing the tasting that I totally recommend doing was the nose on each of the wines were very distinctive to whatever the flavor was supposed to be. So before you even tasted it, you had a clear nose. If you know, say you were blindfolded, for example, and somebody, you know, put it to your nose, you knew what the flavor was just by smelling it. It was very distinctive and very fun. And you don't get that an awful lot with other wines. So that was very fun. Also, I did forget to mention, and I said I was going to do so, the people there, the staff, and even some what seemed to be regulars, were very friendly there. Some interesting characters. There was one gentleman there, and my husband even looked it up. He was talking about the Turtle Man, and he was talking about how he looks a lot like the Turtle Man and can even sound like him. And so my husband looked up the guy, and it's a TV show, and the character or the guy goes by the Turtle Man. I think it's called The Wild or something like that. My daughter was really into the show at one time a few years ago. And my husband and I both noticed, yeah, this guy really did look like the turtle guy, the Turtle Man. And everybody was getting a kick out of him. He says he does do things where he, does impersonations of this guy and stuff. And so that made it a lot of fun too. But that meeting him and talking with him, he mentioned about the pond out and back, and so we went to check it out. I didn't get any video or pictures or anything because you couldn't really get down there to see the turtles. It just looked like a regular pond, and it was we were more elevated from the pond itself, so it wasn't like, flush with the ground that we were on. And then there was a fence all around it to prevent you from falling into the ponds, basically. So I didn't get any film or anything about, that or to show it. Maybe we'll in the future. Maybe next time we go to visit, I'll do that. But, that was what the link was between the turtle pond and the Turtle Man. So I wanted to share that because it was kind of an interesting part of the experience as well. So
percent of it is made in store here in Kentucky. This is what our corn looks like, and we have to use up 51% in our mash bill, which is our recipes, to be a bourbon. Bourbon has to go into a brand new mill and use charred and container in these barrels because it's easier to run Bourbon cannot be distilled above 160. Mother Joyce likes to distill on the lower side because she wants to become very important. The higher in fruit that you distill, the more flavor components you have, such as vodka being at 190, 200. Oldest, coldest. In the hammer mill, into the cooker. After they cook it to spec, right, which means they're going to cook this, get those starches, get those sugars out. And they usually take that to about 206 degrees. If they're going to add wheat or rye to it, they'll drop that temperature down a little bit lower, and then they'll add those other grains. Once they get that cooked up to their satisfaction, they pump it into fermentation tanks. In year one, we had 4 1,000-gallon tanks. Here at year 2.5, we're up to 12,000 gallons of fermentation. So we're moving along with the industry. Fermentation takes place. They'll take that from 206 degrees, drop it down to 87 degrees, because that's where our particular yeast strain is most active. It is not a proprietary yeast strain. We get ours from Firm Solutions down in Danville. After 4 days, that yeast has converted those sugars into heat, CO2, and the love of our life, alcohol. But it's only created to the level of a beer, 7 to 9%. Okay? Now the job is to take that 7 to 9% and take it to 60 and 70%. How are we going to do that? All right, out of that 2,000 gallons, we're going to take out hopefully 3,000 pounds in grain and several hundred gallons of water, because we're going from 2,000 down to 220 some odd gallons in a week's time, okay? And all that's going to do is take that volume, shrink the volume, so your alcohol content approaches at 65 and 70%. And on the vodkas, we go to 190 proof. It's a beer. It goes into a beer well, so we can get it into the stills. We've got to agitate that. We can't just take a straight from fermentation because those grains will settle on us. We have to agitate that with a big propeller in there to keep all that grain equally distributed throughout all the liquid. It goes out a 1-inch tube, and depending on the mash bill, and the mash bill is just a recipe, okay? If it's Bloody Butcher corn vodka, it's 100% Bloody Butcher corn. If it's the rye bourbon, it's 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% barley. The wheat's the same ratio. And 4 grains of secret. But that mash bill is going to determine which still we're going into. And just so you know, we've got things going on up here that you can't see. If it's moonshine, it's going to go into the pot still. If it's bourbon, it'll go into the column still. Vodka will go through that column still as well, but it'll also get kicked over into a vodka still with that big pot on the bottom, and it'll run through about 3 times. And we'll take it from 143 on up to 190. And that's going to give us twice over here. Now there can also be the brandy in this pot still. Gin can be done in that pot still. She's doing rums here now. She's got peach brandy in works. Dandelion bitters, I think I told you about. She's got so many different things working. And if I miss them 2 or 3 days, I've got to get caught up in the memos. Because I can't keep track of all the things that she's doing. Any questions so far? Heat this batch up, it's hitting those plates, and that grain is going like, oh my gosh, it's hot. It's stripping all that alcohol vapor up from that grain. That's going to come back down into the pulper down here. It's rolling. I can't let you go any further than here. You got to clean around on the side. And that's exactly what it's doing, exactly like a water. You know, we're going to blow the sulfides and sulfates out. Drain. Slow motion Shane. No! I can drink that. I tasted it and it was like licking bark. 5 gallon over oak so quick, it just nothing you can do with it. I mean, it gets to that point we just let it go, you know. But we honor our failures with pride every time we have a major faux pas like that. We honor them up high, either above the bar or here. With a bless your heart shelf, at least we tried. These barrels here represent a cocktail contest that they had. We've got 26 employees. They took the top 10, announced the winners, applause all around, patted them on the back, said now we're going to make 5 gallons of it. And they took those cocktails and put them in barrels for barrel-aged cocktails. So that's the kind of thing that Joyce likes to do. They like to look for the little things. Just like our barrels, I was telling you about, we have to use a charred oak container for bourbon, right? We use Kelvin cooperage, which is, if you've never been to Kelvin cooperage, highly recommend it. Because it's like nothing you're going to see in the industry as a whole. They do things the old-fashioned way, and I was scared to death when I was in there. Sawdust is flying around, guys. I mean, these guys are hammering, sawing, slicing, chiseling, and I mean, I'm thinking like grain bins. You've heard of grain bins exploding? I'm thinking the same thing for sawdust, right? You get enough of it in there, it can be ignited. And they got open fires in the floor. They don't use propane to char their barrels. They literally take the scraps from the barrels, got a hole in the floor, and char it with that wood. And if you think about it, it's the same concept as you cooking at home with charcoal or on propane. I'm a charcoal kind of guy because I get more flavor. Same with our barrels. We think every little instance, every little step of the way that we can add another boost there, another separator for us, we're going to win. Bourbon. And Paw brandy. So you've got tough decisions to make on what you want to get on your palate today. Okay? I'm going to start up here with the vodkas. And I'm going to tell you this about this 100% Bloody Butcher corn vodka. If you want to get your experience set to where you get a baseline for all your flavors coming forward, start with
coffee
that.
flavor.
It'll give you a beautiful velvet attachment to your palate. It's going to give you a nice little sweety, nutty taste right about in the middle of that taste. That will give you a baseline for all the flavors in these vodkas. You guys will smell how potent those flavors are in that hot pepper vodka. That's all natural infusions. Coffee, think Starbucks on steroids. It's like black coffee. If you don't like black coffee, you may not enjoy that, okay? For those that don't drink black coffee, you may want to add that to Bailey's Irish Cream. You do know that we were the official vodka for the Kentucky Derby Festival this year, right? And one of the popular things around was the Bluegrass Bell. They did that with like a lavender simple syrup, ginger beer, and lemonade. The apple vodka, I tend to cook with that a little bit more too. You know, when I slice my pork roast, because I'm greedy and I want to get full body, I do not do this during the cook process. I pour it on after I've cooked. The honey is most excellent, makes a great nighttime tea. Add that to it, you will go to bed nicely. But you can also make a hot toddy with it if you like. So you ponder that. I'm going to run through moonshines real quick. 4-grain mash bill. Same mash bill there. Now you get to taste whiskey before it's aged in either a bourbon form or a whiskey form. The bourbon form, let me show you the difference so you get it close. See the difference? Wow. All right, used barrel, new barrel. Now you're getting it, right? Now you know why all whiskeys can't be bourbons. But side by side, I'm going to tell you that the complexity of bourbon compared to a 6-month whiskey is a world apart. And for the less experienced bourbon drinker, you would probably like this better than you like a bourbon, to be honest. I saw that a lot on tastings when we had this out. This was an experiment. Joyce does all her experimentations under the Bloody Butcher cream label. Anything straight bourbon is going to be under Jeptha cream. Joyce is going to produce nothing but straight bourbons going forward. And bonded. You guys know what bonded is? No. Bonded is 4 years in the barrel. Coming with regulations. 4 years in the barrel, same distillery, same warehouse, same distilling season, because you can't mix up the years, and it has to be bottled at 100 proof. Back in the day when they created the bonded program, because of shenanigans that rectifiers are doing downtown on Whiskey Row, the distilleries had locks on the barrel houses that took 2 keys to get on them. The only people that had those keys were the master distiller and the revenue, as they called them back in the day. And that bonded program back in the day was to repair the damage that the rectifiers had done to the industry. They were cutting the product down with water, and they were adding product because they were making crack cocaine kind of money. Once they started cutting it with water, they were adding cherry oil, creosote, formaldehyde, glycose, and they didn't care. There was no governing, we had no law. It's wide open, it's the wild, wild west. Next best thing to it. And that's where we got our bonded program. And the government sealed that deal, no pun intended, by taking a tax stamp over the top to ensure the buying public knew that the government was involved in bonding this product to guarantee that the distiller says is in this package, it is actually in there. That was our country's first food and beverage labeling brought to you by Kentucky Distillers. It was our first food safety because there were shenanigans going on back in the day. Mother Joyce did this whiskey, put it in 4 roses barrels, took flavored staves, put them inside, sealed it up, put it on a freezer truck. Now she did this when we first opened. What'd she do? She put it in a freezer truck, dropped it down to freezing. A week later, popped open the doors, turned the refrigerator off, got it up to 80 degrees. Next week, back down. A week later, back and forth. Replicating our seasonal change of where we get the distilled spirits back and forth through the staves through natural temperature exchanges. You'll see these guys out here. Right now they're opening the doors daily because they want that temperature to start hitting up there, get up there quickly, and let that temperature out. So it's back and forth. Some days you're out there in the barrel barns and you hear the engines in there, cracking the barrels, popping it. It's kind of an eerie feeling.
It does.
You add the word Kentucky to it.
Way too much outside that.
I know, but it's
important.
But obviously,
It's very important.
obviously we got Shelby Bell Kentucky all over.
Yeah. And the way it's done now, so you know, you see KDS, SW.
No, what do I want? What do we got left?
So I need
Bourbon?
Thoughts?
Bourbon?
I need bourbon.
Smooth.
What's in the bottle? The big bottle?
Fruity.
The apple flavored.
Oh, that's the one I got. Okay.
There's apple flavor.
Apple flavor bottle. Apple here? Where'd it go?
All the way down there.
Thank you.
Did it meet your expectations?
The lemonade. The lemonade one.
The lemonade?
Good for a craft bourbon.